Ancient Rome was a society with a complex attitude towards sexuality, and it's fair to say that some of their practices might be considered unusual or weird by contemporary standards. Here are some intriguing facts. Phallus worship. The phallus, symbolizing fertility and good fortune, was a prominent feature in Roman culture. Phallic imagery was common in art, jewelry, and even household items like wind chimes. Priapus, a god with a permanent erection, was particularly venerated for his association with fertility and protection. Sexualized art. Romans had a relaxed attitude towards nudity and sexuality in art. They produced sculptures and paintings depicting explicit sexual acts and often used them for decoration in public and private spaces. One famous example is the frescoes in the brothel at Pompeii. Bacchanalia. The Bacchanalia were wild and orgiastic festivals dedicated to Bacchus, the god of wine. Participants engaged in uninhibited behavior, including drinking to excess, dancing wildly, and engaging in sexual activities. These festivals were often associated with the liberation of social norms. Sexual slavery. Slavery was widespread in ancient Rome, and many slaves, both male and female, were used for sexual purposes. While some slaves were treated with relative kindness, others faced exploitation and abuse. Infant care practices. Romans had some peculiar beliefs about infant care, including the idea that the father should suckle the newborn's first milk from the mother's breast to establish paternity. There were also superstitions surrounding the potency of breast milk and its supposed ability to enhance sexual performance. Public bathhouses. Bathhouses were popular social venues where people of all genders mingled freely. While these spaces were primarily for bathing and socializing, they also provided opportunities for sexual encounters. Some bathhouses even had designated areas for sexual activities. Sexual hygiene. Romans placed a high value on cleanliness, including sexual hygiene. They used a variety of methods to prevent unwanted pregnancies and sexually transmitted infections, including herbal contraceptives and condoms made from animal intestines. Emperor Caligula, one of Rome's most infamous emperors, was known for his extravagant and often depraved behavior. He reportedly appointed his horse as a consul, engaged in incest with his sisters, and held lavish orgies where guests engaged in all manner of sexual acts. Fertility rituals. Romans performed various fertility rituals to ensure the health and prosperity of their families and communities. These rituals often involved symbolic acts of sexuality, such as the consumption of phallic-shaped foods, or the enactment of fertility rites by priests and priestesses. Sexual fluids in medicine. Like many ancient cultures, Romans believed in the therapeutic properties of sexual fluids. They used semen as a remedy for various ailments, including nosebleeds and epilepsy.